Welcome, friends, to episode 72 of Storytime Yoga. We're going to get going up here on Instagram as well. There we go. All right, we are now live everywhere. Welcome to episode 72 of Storytime Yoga, friends. This is Miss Mel, your children's yoga instructor with Breathe With Me Yoga and your mindset coach with Rise to Wellness. And today we are reading Hurry Up, Franklin by Paulette Bourgeois. There you go. I wonder why Franklin needs to hurry up. That's what we are reading today. We are going to see it looks like Glenn and Harpal have joined us over on our watch party. We'll invite a few more friends to come on and join us. So today is episode 72, friends. And if you are home as adults watching with your kids, please do join in. Make this a family class. Everybody can join in this class and get the benefits of all of the yoga poses. So while it might be a children's story that we're reading, everybody can do the yoga poses and get the benefits. So we've invited a bunch of friends on there. Okay. All right, friends. We have some comments there. Michael says, hi, have a nice day. Thank you, Michael. So as usual, friends, we will have in the comments and in the description the links to purchase this book if you would like to purchase it to follow along later, to follow the replay. I'm popping those in for you right now. Again, this is episode 72. Hurry Up, Franklin. If you love the activewear that we are wearing, you can also purchase that activewear at Zyia Activewear. Lindsay Costello, executive of Zyia Activewear, is our sponsor here at Storytime Yoga. And I will pop that link in for you now as well. There you go, friends. Okay. We're going to go back here and we're just going to make sure there's no other comments here before we get started. I invite you to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor. Before you do that, please do have mom and dad put hashtag live so that we know you're watching live. And please do let us know your name if you're joining us so we can give you a shout out. Michael Brooks has joined. Welcome, Michael. All right. So friends, please do step back to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor while I step back to mine to begin class. All right, sitting crisscross applesauce or in hero's pose, we are going to begin class with our bells. Sitting up nice and straight and tall. Good job, my friends. All right. Sitting up nice and straight and tall. If you're in hero's pose, you're on the fronts of your legs with your bum on your heels. And we are going to start breathing with our breathing ball. As we make our ball big, we make our belly full of air. And as we make our ball small, we let all of that air out of our belly. Okay, friends, sitting up nice and straight and tall. Our first round, breathing in and out. In and out. In and out. Good job, my friends. Okay, my friends, we are going to do a second round of breathing, and I'm going to show you that if you don't have a ball at home, you can do this with your hands, making sure that our shoulders stay in neutral position. They don't come up as we breathe, and we bring in through our nose and out through our mouth or our nose, whichever is comfortable. So breathing in and out, in and out, in and out. Good job, my friends. Okay, I'm going to invite you to stay on your mat, your blanket, or a piece of floor while I come forward to start our story. All right, my dears. Oh, let me just see there. Just checking out our chat there. Jennifer Albrecht has joined us. Welcome, Jennifer. Let's see if there's any other comments over here. Okay, my friends, let's get started. Hurry Up, Franklin by Paulette Bourgeois. I'm just double checking that, friends. All right. Franklin could slide down a riverbank all by himself. He could count forwards and backwards. He could zip zippers and button buttons. He could even sleep alone in his small, dark shell. But Franklin was slow, even for a turtle. So look at him there, friends. I'll put it up there for Instagram, friends. Here we go down here for our YouTube and Facebook friends. You can see Franklin in his little shell sleeping. So we are going to do turtle pose. We're going to come to our mat or blanket or a piece of floor, sitting down on our bum. All right, friends. So usually when we do seated forward bend, we have our feet in front of us like this. And what we're going to do this time is we're going to put space in between our legs and we're going to bend our knees, okay? So we're still going to come into a seated forward bend, bringing our hands up and bringing them down, keeping our back flat. But this time I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to put them under my knees. And I'm going to come down into my forward bend. This is turtle pose. I'm keeping that back flat. It doesn't matter how far I go to the ground. You're going to feel this in your lower back if you're tight there, in the backs of your legs if you're tight there. And this is how Franklin is. He's in his little turtle pose, sleeping. But it's too early for us to have a nap. We can have a nap when we lay down for our relaxation, right, friends? All right, good job. Hurry up, Franklin, pleaded his mother. Hurry up, Franklin, begged his father. Hurry up, Franklin, shouted his friends. I'll be there in a minute, said Franklin. But there was always so much to see and so much to do. Franklin was never there in just a minute. Look at how many things are around him. I think he's saying hello to a bug. Where is he? Right here. Up there for our Instagram friends, down here for our Facebook friends. He's saying hello to a bug. And there's his friends. And there's a frog up there. And there are some flying insects. And there's a little worm down here. And it looks like there's a little mouse. But Franklin is actually almost in mouse pose. So I can show Franklin's almost, he's crouched down and he is almost in mouse pose, saying hello to that little bug. So let's come to our mat, our blanket, or our piece of floor. And let's be mice, just like there was that little mouse there, and Franklin is crouched down. So we're going to sit in hero's pose. So we're on the fronts of our legs here, and we're going to sit our bum on our heels there. And what we're going to do is we're going to come forward, and we're going to bring our forehead to the floor or onto our hands like this. So coming forward, staying there where you are. I'm going to pop up and talk you through it. If you're on the mat like this, then your hands are beside you if your forehead's right on the mat. If you're having trouble with your bums onto your heels, then put those hands underneath. It will give you some help by giving you some height and just letting your forehead sink down into that mat or down into your hands, whichever you're on. Relaxing your back. Good job, my friends. If ever we have anything, any thoughts rushing through our head, or if we're frustrated about anything, that's a good pose to do, that little mousy pose. It will help quiet our thoughts. One day, Franklin was very excited. He was going to Bear's house. It was a special day, a very special day. Hurry up, said Franklin's mother. You can't be late. Oh my goodness. So here's Franklin's mother. And let me just see that you can all see it. Here's Franklin's mother, and here's Franklin's bedroom, and Franklin is tying a scarf around his neck in the mirror, and he's got lots of things in the mirror, and he's actually, he's almost in star pose there. It's funny. He's tying that scarf around his neck. He's got lots of stuff in his bedroom all around. He's got a messy bedroom, friends. Look at that bedroom. What does your bedroom look like at home? And his mom is sticking her head in there. It wasn't far to Bear's house. Just along the path, over the bridge, and across the berry patch, Franklin meant to hurry. Except he saw something unusual. He wandered off the path and found Rabbit bobbing up and down in the tall green grass. What are you doing? Franklin asked Rabbit. Playing leapfrog, said Rabbit. Do you want to play with me? I'm on my way to Bear's house, said Franklin, and I can't be late. There's lots of time, said Rabbit, forgetting that Franklin was slow even for a turtle. It's just along the path over the bridge and across the berry patch. Come on, play with me. All right. There it is. There is Rabbit playing leapfrog. There we go. So I invite you to come to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor. Let's see. We've had some friends join us. Steve has joined us. Buenaventura has joined us. Welcome, welcome. I invite you to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor, and we are going to play leapfrog too. So we're going to squat down, friends. And if your heels are up off the floor, that's okay. Give it a good squat, friends. And we are going to leap like frogs, okay, friends? So you don't have to leap far. You can just leap like this. But we're going to play leapfrog, so leap like frogs. I'm going to go backwards now, friends. I'm going to come back here so that you can see me. Leap like leapfrogs. I'll go sideways so that you can see me, friends. I want you to leap like leapfrogs. Leap like leapfrogs. That's hard to say. Oh, my goodness. Good job, my friends. Okay. And there's Rabbit doing it, and Rabbit leaps right over Franklin. Franklin knew it wasn't far, and so he said yes. Rabbit leaped over Franklin again and again, but after a while, Rabbit said, it's time to go. Hurry up, Franklin, or you'll be late. Then Rabbit bounded along the path on his way to Bear's house. There it is, friends. Rabbit bounded on his way. I'll be there in a minute, said Franklin, and he meant to be there in just a minute, except he heard an odd sound. Franklin wandered even farther off the path until he found Otter sliding up and down the riverbank. What are you doing? Franklin asked Otter. Slipping and sliding, answered Otter. Do you want to play with me? I'm on my way to Bear's house, said Franklin, and I can't be late. There's lots of time, said Otter, forgetting that Franklin was slow even for a turtle. It's just along the path, over the bridge, and across the berry patch. Come and play with me. And there he is. He is sliding. There's Beaver sliding on the riverbank. Lots of flowers, and the bees are buzzing. We are actually going to go down, and we're going to pretend that we are sliding on the riverbank too. So it actually looks like Beaver is in snake pose. So come into your belly. We're going to lay down on our mat, pointing your toes behind you, putting your arms in front of you. And on the count of 3, we are going to, I was going to do Superman pose. We're doing snake pose. We're going to put our arms underneath our shoulders. Look, Miss Mel got thrown off there. We're going to put our arms underneath our shoulders, and we're going to come up in Cobra pose on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. We're just going to push up. And this is what Beaver is doing. He is sliding along the riverbank, sliding along the mud. So we can do the same. We can come down and slide up and down and slide up the riverbank. Good job, my friends. All you need to do to come down is bend those elbows and then straighten those elbows. You're pushing those hands into the mat, making sure that you're looking forward and not to the side to protect your back. Good job, my friends. We're going to push ourselves back out of this pose. Good job. Say hello if you're joining in. Let's see. I see Stanley here. I see David here. Welcome. Say hello. Put hashtag live in the comments. Let us know your name so we know you're here. Franklin knew it wasn't far, and so he said yes. Franklin slid down the riverbank and splashed in blue bubbles until Otter said, it's time to go. Hurry up, Franklin, or you'll be late. Then Otter swam away with a flick of her tail and on her way to Bear's house. I'll be there in a minute, said Franklin. And there's Otter and Franklin swimming away. All right, so we're going to come to our mat or blanket or a piece of floor, and we're going to do the same swimming. So we're going to come to our belly again. And this is the one that Miss Mel almost did for that last one. And we're going to do Superman, okay? So on the count of 3, our arms are in front of us, our legs are behind us, our hands are pointing forward, our toes are pointing behind us. And on the count of 3, we're going to lift those arms and lift those legs. 1, 2, 3, lift, and we're going to swim. Swim just like Franklin and Otter, keeping those legs up. I only want to see your chest and your waist and your hips on the floor. Everything else is up. Good job. Swim, swim, swim. Pushing back out of that pose. Good job, my friends. It was very quiet. Franklin was alone and far from the path. Rabbit had gone. Otter had gone. Franklin had a frightening thought. Maybe he was already too late. Franklin walked as fast as his turtle legs could walk. He hurried through the fields and along the path. He was almost at the bridge when he heard a rustle in the grass and saw a patch of reddish fur. It was Fox hiding in the brush. Do you want to play with me? Asked Fox. I have to hurry, said Franklin. I'm on my way to Bear's house. It's not far, said Fox, just over the bridge and across the berry patch. Come and play hide and seek with me. And there it is. There's Fox in the bush. He's actually hiding in a tree. There it is, friends. So coming to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor, we are going to do tree pose. We're going to be that little tree, that little bush that Fox is hiding in. So lifting one leg, getting our balance. We can tripod here if we need to. Otherwise, we're going to lift that foot above or below our knee, not on. We're going to bring our hands to heart center to get that balance. And then we can put our arms out like big tree branches. But I'm going to curl my arms because we're little bushes. Fox is hidden in our little bush branches. Good job, my friends. And we're going to switch sides. So bring that foot down, bringing this foot up to get your balance. Tripoding here if it's an issue. Otherwise, bringing that foot above or below your knee. Hands to heart center. And I'm going to bring my arms out into that bush. Fox is hiding. Is he tickling you? He's tickling my little bush. Oh my goodness, is Fox tickling you in your little tree? Goodness me. All right, friends, coming back to our story. Franklin hesitated. Hide and seek was his favorite game. Ready or not? Asked Fox. Franklin shouted, ready! And he was just about to step off the path when he remembered it was a very special day and he couldn't be late. Look at that. He remembered that he could not be late. Here's Fox right here stepping out, and here's Franklin, and Franklin is remembering that he cannot be late. I can't play, said Franklin. I have to hurry. Franklin rushed along the path and over the bridge. He was in such a hurry that he almost stepped on Snail. Where are you going in such a hurry? Asked Snail, who was even slower than Franklin. I'm on my way to Bear's house, said Franklin. I have to hurry. I can't be late. Being late would ruin everything. So there he is. He is running along the path. So friends, let's come to our mat or blanket or our piece of floor, and we're going to do the same. We're going to jog on the spot. You ready? Set, go. Run along the path. Pretend that you're late getting to your best friend's house. I don't know what the special occasion is, but don't be late getting to your best friend's house, friends. Good job. Good job, just like Franklin, running like Franklin. Snail began to cry. What's wrong, said Franklin. I'll never get to Bear's house on time, sobbed Snail. It's not very far, said Franklin, just across the berry patch. It seemed very far to Snail, and he sobbed even harder. Don't worry, said Franklin bravely. But even Franklin was worried. It was farther than he thought. It was a very big berry patch. He wished he hadn't played with Rabbit. He wished he hadn't played with Otter. He wished he hadn't wasted so much time talking to Fox. Then he remembered it was Bear's special day. There was no time to cry. He had to hurry. Look at that. And Franklin is actually in a standing forward bend, talking to Snail. So we're going to come to our mat or blanket or our piece of floor. We're going to put a little bit of room in between our legs there, and we're going to lift our arms up to the ceiling, looking up to the ceiling, stretching right across the front there, friends, and coming down into a forward bend, keeping your back straight. It doesn't matter if you can touch the floor. Put your arms wherever you can and talk to Snail. Snail's right there in front of you. Tell Snail that it's okay and he doesn't need to cry. Keeping that back straight. Good job, my friends. Come along, Snail, said Franklin, helping Snail slide onto his back. Please hurry, whispered Snail, but Franklin needed no urging. He moved surely and steadily. He hurried past the blackberries. He hurried past the gooseberries. He even hurried past the raspberries. And he was almost at Bear's front gate when he remembered something very important. There he is. Short Instagram friends up there for our Facebook friends and YouTube. There he is. I wonder what important thing he remembered. He stopped right there at the edge of the berry patch and started picking handfuls of the ripest, plumpest, juiciest blueberries in the berry patch. We don't have time to pick berries, said Snail. You know we can't be late. Franklin whispered into Snail's right ear, and soon Snail was helping too. They picked until the bush was clean. Hurry up, said Snail. Please hurry up, Franklin. He hurried up Bear's path, through the front door, across the kitchen, and into Bear's living room. There he is, walking into Bear's living room. So let's do the same. We're going to walk with our berries, okay, friends? So come into your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor. We're going to do walking lunges. All right, friends? So get your blueberries in your hands. It looks like he has them in a hanky. And walk and lunge. Walk and lunge. Good job, friends. Try to hit that knee to the ground. You know, Miss Mel has a sore left hip, so it's hard for me to get that knee to the ground on that side. Walk and lunge. There it is. I got it there, friends. Walk and lunge with those blueberries. Good job, my friends. Walk and lunge with those blueberries. Good job, friends. Rabbit was there, Otter was there, Fox was there, everyone was there. Franklin and Snail had made it just in time to shout, "Surprise! Have a happy birthday, Bear!" Look at that. They're all shouting surprise, happy birthday. And when we shout up and when we shout and do surprise like that, we do star pose, right, friends? So come into your mat, your blanket, or a piece of floor, spreading those legs out wide, stretching right from your hips all the way down your legs into the floor, pushing those feet into the floor, getting that big stretch, activating those legs. And now we're going to go up like this, surprise, in star pose, friends. Stretching right from your armpits right up to the ceiling. Stretching through those fingers, friends. Stretch yourself in a big star and yell, surprise! How high would you yell surprise? How loud would you yell surprise if it was your friend's birthday? I want to hear that. Yell it nice and loud, friends. And he did. There it is, friends. There is Bear sitting with Franklin. And I believe he is eating the blueberries. Yes, he is. Franklin's eating cake. And Bear is eating the blueberries that they picked. Good job, my friends. All right, it is time for relaxation, friends. Laying down on the floor or sitting down. Crisscross applesauce or in hero's pose. If you're laying down, arms out beside you with your palms facing up. If you're sitting, hands in your lap with your palms facing up. Closing your eyes if you can. Taking a deep breath in and out. Relaxing your whole body as you blow that breath out. Relaxing your shoulders. Relaxing your chest and your waist. Relaxing your arms and your hands. Relaxing your legs and your feet if you're laying. Let those feet drop off to the side. If you're sitting, really go to your bum where it's touching the floor. Make sure you're not holding any tension there. Just let it go and drop off into the floor. Good job, friends. And slowly and silently inside your head, I want you to say to yourself, I am healthy. I am happy. I am responsible. That's a big word, friends, responsible. Responsible is what Franklin learned in the story today. He knew that he couldn't be late, and he made the choice to be responsible, which means to do the right thing, to be the person that people can count on. We saw that he played a few times, and he got sidetracked a few times, but then he made the choice to be responsible and get to Bear's house. So let's take the knowing that we always have the choice to be responsible or not, and put that knowing deep inside our heads. And let's take that happy, happy feeling of what happens when you are responsible. So in the story, Franklin was responsible, and he got to Bear's house just in time for the surprise. He didn't miss it. So he was happy that he didn't miss his friend's big day because he was responsible. So let's take that happy feeling of what happens when we're responsible, and let's take that feeling and put it deep inside our heart. And when you're done, friends, take the knowing of having the choice to be responsible and take that happy feeling of what happens when you are responsible and send it out to everybody around you. Send it to brothers and sisters, moms and dads, neighbors, friends at school, teachers, all of the helpers out there. Send it out to everybody and let everybody in your life know that they have the choice to be responsible, and let them know how wonderful it feels when you are responsible. And when you're done sending that lesson out to everybody, friends, bring it deep back inside your heart and your head, and always take that with you. Good job, my friends. And when you're ready, friends, keeping your eyes closed, if you're laying down, roll to one side, bringing your knees into your chest. If you're sitting, just start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, keeping those eyes closed. Just lay there or sit there for a moment as you slowly wake up your body. And when you're ready, friends, opening your eyes and coming to join me on my mat. Good job, my friends. Sitting crisscross applesauce or in hero's pose. Sitting up nice and straight and tall with hands to heart center. Good job, my friends. Bring those hands to heart center, and we'll end class with namaste. I feel good in every way. The goodness in me sees the goodness in all of you. What a great class that was today, friends. Thank you for joining us for episode 72 of Storytime Yoga. Today we read Hurry Up, Franklin. And Franklin learned some wonderful lessons and choices that he has in that book today. Thank you for joining us. Again, if you would like to purchase that book, the links are in the comments or the description. If you'd like to purchase Zyia activewear, then the link is there as well, friends. I am Miss Mel, your children's yoga instructor with Breathe With Me Yoga and your mindset coach with Rise to Wellness. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you in the next class. All right, and we will say goodbye, friends.